People. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Humans unlocking superpowers. Black aliens helping us, but the Anunnaki wants to stop evolution. I hear a lot of people talking about the Anunnaki, the Anunnaki. We are the Anunnaki. Are we? Are we? Because we know the Anunnaki are supposed to be the fallen angels. Alright? They've been dealing with gene manipulation for a very long time on this planet. Some of the quote-unquote races on this planet has been sold out. Alright? They sold out to these other extraterrestrial beings. But I'm not going to be up here long. So for the first part, let me start sharing my screen so you see what I see. There is a polarizing shift that's been happening all over this planet with the people. There's certain dreams you are getting. There's certain feelings that you're getting. And you feel it deep within your DNA. Now, that's to say, don't take everything for granted. You have to learn to maximize your true ability. A lot of people had these type of feelings, these type of different quote-unquote powers for a very long time. For some people, this is not new. For some people, this is have gotten enhanced. One of the main things a lot of people have been getting is heightened psychic abilities. But in this video, I'm going to break down the culprits that's trying to keep you from your higher self, your higher abilities, especially manifestation. That in of itself is a superpower. Manifesting and how to unlock. Now, if y'all coming in, say what's up to me. Salute. Born to Learn 82. I see you. How do I unlock my superpowers? Okay, I see you. Dario Bird. I think I pronounced that right. Alright, let me share this screen with you because I want to go to a video. I want to go to my videos actually. So you see, of course, what I see. Everything that I'm about to show you, well, probably not everything, but most things is there for you to see on the YouTube shorts. Now, one of the reasons why they don't tell you about these black aliens or these black extraterrestrials that they say have a liking to us, look like us, is because they don't want to tell you there is help, there is activation. Now, some people get this twisted and they think that somebody that's more Caucasian looking don't fall in that atmosphere of higher consciousness, and I'm here to tell you that is farther from the truth, but we're going to get into it. Okay, if there's any questions, if y'all coming in, please say what's up, hit the like button, Okay. So you see this video right here? Like I said, you can find this on my page. David Wilcock. Now you know he recently got murked. When sharing this type of information, first off, I'm going to show you one of the information that he spoke about that got him bumped off. I played this video for you before, but I'm going to play it for you again. Now, you ever heard of Simeon Toko? Yeah, well, he spoke about this, and it was known that the cabal would wipe him out of existence, unalive him for telling this information, and he still risked his life to give us this type of information. There is certain people that you might be like, well, why certain people can give out this information and not be touched? That goes with energy, frequency. That's a whole line of reasons. But listen to this.
It was probably one of the most shocking. The Black Jesus story was probably one of the most shocking things I ever heard. It came from my insider, Jacob, I call him that in the book, who actually was working for the Rothschilds and still does, and also is a whistleblower who doesn't really do what they want but continues to work for them because he feels like there's some very serious extraterrestrial threats to Earth and that what they're doing is very necessary to protect us. So the story goes that in the 1960s there was a black man in Africa who came in with abilities complementary to those of Jesus. And he was performing miracles. He was starting to get people to listen to what he had to say. And the cabal tried to kill him, and, you know, they could shoot him in the head and his skull would just regenerate and the flesh would grow back, and he was fine. And, you know, so the crazy story that I heard, which, and remember, I was told at the time that if I disclosed this, that I would be killed, and I ended up putting it in the book anyway. But the story was that this guy, you know, they finally said, okay, we're going to bring you to the United Nations and share your message with the world. Let's get you on this flight. They bring him on this flight, and instead of bringing him to the United Nations, they shot him repeatedly, and then actually had some kind of meat grinder device, and basically like a bandsaw, I guess, and sawed up his body into a whole bunch of pieces, put him in these very like radioactive shielded containers, and then had all these fighter jets dock with the plane and fly his body parts to all corners of the world, where then these containers turned them into ash. And they thought that maybe this would defeat him, like that his body somehow, the tissue was necessary. So if they destroyed all the tissue in all these places across the world, maybe they could defeat him. Well, he then regenerated in their offices and was fully fine, fully intact. But the sad part is that he said, you know, you guys so badly do not want me to be here that I am not going to be able to do any more. You're going to get what you want, but bear in mind that in the future, many others like me will be coming, and when they do, you will not be able to stop us.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that is all I know. Unfortunately,
right.
There's nothing more to the story than that. I don't,
incredible.
Yeah, but it is an incredible story.
Incredible.
The Black Jesus story.
All right. Now let's ask ourselves, why would the cabal be so interested in this person, this figure, which should be a great, deal? It's going to bring change. Things are going to get better. Why would they try to stop someone like that just for them to regenerate? Just for them to regenerate again and say, ha ha, I'm back. Now, David Wilcock, okay, he risked his life giving up this information. He is one of the few, and I mean the few, Caucasians that was out there dealing with the meditation to raise your higher vibration and speak out on how there are black extraterrestrials, and in the extraterrestrial community and in the cabal, how it's a type of racism where they do not want these black aliens spoken about at all. And when you find out it's dealing with the Sirius A and Sirius B star, you know, the planet Nibiru. When it comes to that, and it's getting closer, they're panicking. Because the consciousness is not just shifting alone. The DNA activation is not just enhancing alone. It's also a tear in the fabric of a multi-dimensional shift. Why do you think they shut off CERN? Huh? Nobody questioned that, right? Why did they shut down CERN when they hitting the black particles together with the atoms smashing to create the anti-matter, which is a next darkness of the perfect dark to try to push and eliminate you out of the picture so they can harness the energy to stop your progression. Y'all got that? Okay. Y'all falling asleep on me. Y'all don't want this work. Let me play this for y'all.
Tell me what you guys think about this video, because I've talked about this a lot, you guys. I've talked about this a lot. That David Wilcock video, he said people would get powers.
Apparently there will be some people who become incredible superheroes right off the bat.
And I see a lot of videos like this.
That's power, bro. I never knocked the ring light down like that before. One more time for the people that's new to the page. Ain't nobody out here but me, bro. It's just me. We got powers, for real. It just is what it is, bro.
We got power.
Power, true power does not come just from the muscles, not just from the brain. So that is a part of it. It's that understanding too. And a zoo is a beautiful example of that. In my opinion.
You see like certain spots. There's an actual design.
Watch
for
this.
projecting. So take a look.
Hydrokinesis.
Look at that.
Notice that it is projecting literally outward. Okay?
No way.
Literally outward from where I am sitting. We're not seeing it happen anywhere else. We're not seeing it shoot anywhere else. And you see, as I'm sitting here doing this, just waving my hands back and forth, you're getting more movement like that. Look.
Tell me what you guys think about this video, because I've...
So, Let me explain something to you. And I noticed once I started showing this, especially on my Instagram, because I had a lot of followers on Instagram. And then I started showing certain things, right? Mind you, this type of stuff, it have people that have been doing this naturally for like forever. I knew somebody and he taught me how to melt a cloud. I repeat, he taught me how to melt, or the correct word should be dissipate, a cloud. And there is a technique to do it. Now, in doing so, you have to be careful, because now this comes into play of weather manipulation. Remember, I told you, your body is a living, breathing organ generator. This is where you start dealing with the what they call 666. Your carbon base, 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. What they're trying to do is chip you up, smart dust you down to the ground. Y'all do know what smart dust is, right? Right? I'm asking y'all this so y'all know the levels that these so-called powers that be go through to limit what you do. So I have to let you know the signs. There's certain things you need to start eating. There's certain devices you need to start using. Because a lot of y'all are boggled down. Get what I'm saying? Let me see. I see Ryan Yams. Salute to you. Wise Oracle of the Divine Creator. True God of the gods. Salute to you. Now, there's also was a trick. I guess you could call it a trick. It's not a trick, but y'all get it. Where you deal with plant communication. A lot. Now, I know it might sound stupid, but remember, your body has melanin. Plants have what? The chlorophyll. Remember, it's one molecule away. The chlorophyll is one molecule away from being what? Melanin, right? We do know and understand this, right, people? Right, okay. Y'all not answering. So, the level of communication is stronger. So there's a technique which I showed before. You go up against the tree, especially early in the morning, and you're gonna rest your chest against the tree like this, right? You make sure your chest. You make sure your chest. Let me fix this so y'all could see. So this part of your chest touching the tree, and you're going to bring your nose closer to the tree, and you're going to take about 7 deep breaths. The first 3 breaths that you take, you might feel lightheaded, almost like a rush to the brain, and you're going to feel like you're getting an outer body experience. So be careful when doing it. Just a, you know, PSA announcement when doing that. I gave y'all that one for free. I been gave it out. Now, recently, and I noticed they took these videos down. This was about, was it last year or the year before last? Especially on TikTok. They shown how, and I wish I had my Instagram, because it was on my Instagram, where I showed that if you stretch out your hand to the tree limb, you can actually call the limb and you'll see the tree limb reaching out to your hand. Not the wind blowing. None of that. They made sure they took a bunch of those videos down. You hear me? Because there was a lot of people starting to do it. And people that didn't know they could do it, but when they seen the videos, they decided to do it. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Alright, let's continue. Because like I said, I'm not going to be on here for too long. Alright. Alright. Now, some people have been visited, taken up, blase. Where is it? Okay, so this meditation right here, which I'm shocked a lot of people ain't get up on this, especially the people that's listening. This is a meditation that shows you how long to hold your breath for. You see normal, strong lungs, super lungs. Some of y'all don't make it to 10. You know, a lot of y'all don't make it to 10. A lot of y'all don't even make it to 2. You got to work on that. As you start doing that, and I'm going to make a next video of what happened to me the first time I did this. But that's neither here nor there. When you do this, this will help the activation within your blood. Because remember, melanin reacts under stress. Melanin reacts its best under stress. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. That's why some of y'all, you're so lax. Y'all not able to do nothing. You're not exercising. You're just not doing nothing. So, this video, I guess I could play it and show y'all. Y'all could try to do it. And I got the music there for you. You start. And you just hold your breath. As you see, this is going around and around and around. This is one of the meditations you should be doing, not just for communication, but for activation. Why do you think when you do this and you practice this, you're able to communicate? It's because what's within you is being activated. So the more you practice this and the more you get activated, the more you see and learn, you are able to manifest not just the material things in your life, but the unseen spiritual things that you need to make the achievement so your life can be better. You yourself can be better. I give you the tools, simple, right here, but a few of y'all just not using it. But that's okay. Y'all not gonna say that I ain't tell y'all so. Okay? So now check this out. Listen to this. This is from a book that's like from the 1970s. A lot of y'all been abducted or in communication. Now that I've been doing more of these, I've noticed a lot of people contacting me and they feel free to speak out now because they know that, oh, all right, you're not crazy. You do know you're destined and made to do greatness. But the people you're surrounding yourself with is keeping you back. Pretty much. They're not letting you achieve your greater goal and what you have to be. And then some of y'all just lazy. Y'all just ain't trying to do nothing. But check this out. Ooh, on mute.
Alright. It's written by Edith Fiore. She's a PhD. Alright. And this book was written in the 1970s. I'm going to go right into it.
The book is called
Go to
Encounters.
page 279. And what it is this doctor actually had a patient that came in who was abducted. A friendly abduction. Okay, she was a Hispanic woman. And I guess she puts her under hypnosis. It says here, Dr. Fiore, tell me everything that you're aware of. Diane, the patient. I feel afraid. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm in this light and I can't see out of the light. I don't see around me. Now I see okay. There's been a gap somewhere because now I'm walking in this large ship. And there's these about 20 black people sitting down in the ship on this almost like a bench. So she's telling you that there's black people on these chariots. All right? How are they dressed, Dr. Fiore asked. Diane, these black people are dressed in Western American style. They look very confused and disoriented. Now think about that, Western American style. Who were taken 100 million or more brought to America? So these would have to be Negroes, not Ethiopians, not Egyptians. They are not the same people. These are Negroes. They look very confused and disoriented. Don't most Negroes look very confused and disoriented? And there's this man. Now I see him beside me, but he's tall, and I said to him, why are these black people here? And he said, well, these people were sent down into the most difficult of circumstances, like poor ghetto places. This is Harlem, Oakland, Acres Homes in Houston, Texas, Watts, Crenshaw. So these people were sent to the poor ghetto places for a very high service. There are different souls, and I'm really confused. I don't understand what he's saying, and now we're going into this room. Their souls are spiritual according to the Most High. They keep the law, statutes, and commandments. To this
All right.
called,
Y'all heard that. So let me tell you the reason why that this place that we call Earth, your city you're living in, the town that you're living in, the only reason why this planet or this dome that we're in been shown grace for so long is because of certain individuals like you that are like beacons of light, organic, orgasmic energy, original energy. Is because of you in your location why these people haven't been wiped out yet. And I'm not bigging you up and trying to blow smoke up your bunghole. I'm just telling you the reality of what it is. And these so-called elites, they know this. That's why a lot of them sold out their own people to the reptilians, insectoids, and greys. Why you think you haven't heard crazy accounts of black people being abducted. You haven't heard nothing crazy. You heard them being abducted. Okay, yeah, they went up and they brought them right back. They treated them good, everything. They brought them right back. That book by that doctor, she does past life regression therapy. And she also do hypnotherapy to let you go back and see what you was seeing when you was there. All right? This woman is no joke. She's the real deal. The person that came in to get the session done was a Puerto Rican lady that got taken up on the ship. And when she seen those black people there, the guy told them what kind of black people they were. And you see, she described how they were dressed. America is only standing right now because they have been given the grace of your presence being in it. Do not ever forget that. The day you forget that is the day you lose control and access of your true powers. Because remember, God is within you. And do not make anybody fool you and tell you, oh, don't deal with the Bible. Don't deal with it. Don't listen to them. Because that book, the book of Enoch, all the different books, the Apocrypha, right? The lost books of the Bible. They speak of this and they speak of this day. You have so much going on. You got the inner earth people. You got the terrestrials, I should say, or beings. You have the ones outside of the ice wall. Because there are different continents outside of our known continents that we have. Currently, they found a new continent. Well, they been knew it was there. They just never told us nothing. And now you're starting to see more and more of it. Don't believe me? All right, watch. No gatekeeping. First, I'm going to do this. Where they said China, we know, we heard it, where they say China found dinosaurs on a new island, right? Let's see if it should be China. They say it's not true, but we know it's true. China found dinosaurs on a new island.
The claim that China discovered live dinosaurs on a new island is false. It's a hoax. The rumor started with a misinterpretation of news about fossil finds, like Cretaceous dinosaur fossils found in Hong Kong.
So they say it's a hoax, it's a fake. No, they just found fossils. But now when you do this, China found, watch. And they reported on it. We ain't gonna go into all that, but watch this. China found new island. China completed the first phase of a massive artificial island on, what's that? Antelope Reef in the Paracel. That is a lot. I ain't got time to read all that. I don't want to mess it up. Y'all see it here for yourself. Y'all get the point. And then they try to say, oh, they created a man-made island. That's what they built. But they found new island, Japan. Watch this. A matter of fact, before I show you the Japan islands, watch this. China found new caves And they still haven't explored all of the cave with trees the size of skyscrapers. Explorers in southern China found a giant sinkhole, a Tiakinj, sorry if I jack that up, in Lehye County, Jiangxi region. I probably jacked that up too, but the massive pit is 630 feet deep and holds an ancient forest with 130-foot tall trees. The cavern is large enough to fit a small skyscraper. What the hell is a small skyscraper? But alright. But the trees themselves are about 13 stories high. Not the size of skyscrapers. Okay. Now, mind you, as they started going deeper, they found more regions that they needed to explore, and they found out that it was deeper than they actually claimed. So now I'm going to say this. Yeah, these are some of the pics. All right. Now check this. If they were finding certain trees that they never seen before, they never known existed, right? What else did they find? In the quote-unquote sinkhole. What else did they find? And how are they now finding this? How this just come up out the blue? Oh, hey, just so you know, yeah, we didn't tell you, but we found some sinkholes, or a sinkhole that we didn't know existed. Yeah, right. Some of them, they just lying and they find that it's time to finally tell you the truth. Because when they find these things, they find different type of life. Do with that information what you wish. Now watch. A digital mapping survey by Geospherical Information Authority of Japan doubled the country's official island count from 6,852 to 14,125 by finding 7,273 previously uncharted landmass. What? Where did this come from? Just out of the blue, hey, we just found new landmass. No, it don't work that way. So there is a shift. There is a combining. With that, you got meteor showers coming. People being activated. You got solar eclipse. People activating. Lunar eclipse. People activating. That's 3 different types of activation. And I'm only just begun. I only just begun. They have these earthquakes coming all up out of nowhere, so they say. But every time we have a major meteor shower or meteorites coming, they just happen to have some earthquakes. Right. So if it's affecting the earth, what is it doing to your body? Just keep that in mind. Stay with me here. I need y'all to understand this. Jessica, thank you very much. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Stay with me now. Because I'm supposed to do this earlier, but yo, I'm telling you, when the busy gets busying. Stoner Feud, I see you. Salute to you. Let's see. Sounds like Skull Island from King Kong movie. Yeah, exactly. All right. So I'm just showing you that these stuff do exist. What's going on out here? So now listen to this. Now anybody know somebody named Bill Cooper or aka William Cooper? Mind you, I'm showing you all this, gearing you up. They know they already violated God's law from what have been done to us, how they treat us, how they put us like we are the meek. And now that the meek is coming in to inherit the earth, they are panicking. Not just that, they made these deals with these quote-unquote extraterrestrials or glorified gods, because they're not, the demons. And they violated as well, because the people that they quote-unquote sold off, they were supposed to check them out, don't harm them, bring them back. But this is what happens where you have the fallen ones that hates God creation. And if you're saying, well, why are they able to make a deal and offer up said people? I spoke about that before. I'm going to talk about it again. It has to do everything with the time of birth, the appointed presence of your birth, and the birth certificate. See, what they try to do is trick you into a contract. And being that you're young, you have a steward, your parents. So they use them as the catalyst to trick you into the contract. The only way to break that so-called contract, that spiritual binding contract that they try to put you under, is by being highly vibrational and prayed up, conscious up. Take your pick of what you want to say. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Nope. Not gonna do it. We ain't trying to get no strikes out here. Okay, let's go back. These the ills of going live. One video, one simple video you trying to play. I know this YouTube be doing that now, by the way. When you try to play a video. But these the ills of going live. Hold on, I'm going to get it for y'all. I'm going to get it.
The treaty states.
There we go. Now we're cooking with fire, people. Let's go. Don't want to get no copyright, nothing with music playing. We ain't got time for that. Y'all got to get this work.
The sheer size of this mosaic.
See what I'm talking about?
Let alone that it supports.
Come on. Come on.
This book.
Look at this.
The treaty stated
Man.
the aliens would not interfere in our affairs and we would not interfere in theirs. We were particularly interested that they do not interfere with anything that would affect our future. which has been violated. We would keep their presence on Earth a secret. They would furnish us with advanced technology and would help us in our technological development. They would not make any treaty with any other Earth nation. They could abduct humans on a limited and periodic basis for the purpose of medical examination and monitoring of our development, with the stipulation that the humans would not be harmed, would be returned to their point of abduction, that the humans would have no memory of the event, and that the alien nation would furnish MJ-12 with a list of all human contacts and abductees on a regularly scheduled basis. And this is not being done. It was agreed that each nation would receive the ambassador of the other for as long as the treaty remained in force. It was further agreed that the alien nation and the United States would exchange 16 personnel each to the other with the purpose of learning each of the other. The alien guests would remain on Earth, and the human guests would travel to the alien point of origin for a specified period of time, then return, at which point a reverse exchange would be made. I have no knowledge whatsoever of what happened to those original 16 humans who left the Earth with the aliens. It was also agreed that bases would be constructed underground for the use of the alien nation, and that 2 bases would be constructed for the joint use of the alien nation and the United States government. The base at Dulce is one, the base at S4 in the area known as Area 51 or Dreamland is the second. Exchange of technology would take place in the jointly occupied bases. These alien bases would be constructed under Indian reservations in the 4 corners of Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona, and one would be constructed in Nevada in the area known as S4, located approximately 7 miles south of the western border of Area 51, otherwise known as Dreamland. All alien areas are under complete control of the Naval Department, and all personnel who work in these complexes receive their checks from the Navy. Construction of the bases began immediately, but progress was slow until large amounts of money were made available in 1957, and in the meantime work continued on the Yellow Book with the information derived from the guests. The treaty stated, the aliens will not interfere.
So, y'all know of this treaty, right? Hopefully, y'all should know. And I'm sure you heard of Majestic 12. So, Dwight D. Eisenhower, they said in the 1950s, he made a secret pact with these aliens for trinkets. Okay? Now you might say, if these aliens are so advanced, why do they want to study? Why do they want to study? Why they want to do all this? First off, the Greys is glorified AI machines. Let's say that. Biological AI machines. Alright, let's go there. And the Greys serve which race? Y'all don't know? The reptilians or the draconians. Stay with me. The goal is to find out how to nullify your DNA from enhancing into an extra double helix spiral. Thus, there's a book called DNA Pirates of the Sacred Spiral. AIDS and Ebola, Nature's accidental or intentional. I believe that's the name of the whole title. By Leonard Horowitz. And this stuff goes even deeper than you expected. Because the way for him to find a flow chart of how they look to inseminate AIDS, right? Flow chart real long. He said, and he tells this in the interview, he was searching and searching and searching, and just when he was about to give up, because he know it exists, He know it had something also to do with Dr. Fauci and the Clintons and a few others that were involved. He said he was sitting one day out of the Library of Congress or something like that it was, and he heard the communicative voice in his head, and it told him where to walk, when to stop, when to make a left, when to make a right. He said he damn near cried, if not cried. Okay? This is a real, actual doctor. So, I say that to say, they been selling you out. Because the goal is to nullify your energies. Because it ain't no just, oh, superpowers and whee! I'm flying. No. Although some people are getting longer hang time. Some of y'all don't exercise, don't jump, don't skip, so you wouldn't know if you could even do it. I'm not trying to diss you. I'm just telling y'all what y'all do from what y'all don't do to find out what's going on. Okay. Stay with me. So we got Majestic 12. As we know, this is known as Greada Treaty. The Greada Treaty by Eisenhower and these extraterrestrial beings, the Greys, Reptilians / Draconians, and the Insectoids. And they have joint bases together on some Men in Black type stupidness. Okay? The Greys were supposed to report back to Majestic 12, and they wasn't even supposed to harm these individuals. But they did. But notice, any account, and I mean any account you ever heard of the Greys having encounter, and it's not that I'm trying to turn this about race, I'm speaking facts, and this is stuff they try to push to the side in the extraterrestrial disclosure community. Every story I heard, when it's a black person that met Greys, they were not ever able to just be snatched up. I remember, I was trying not to laugh. I'm remembering it, and I'm trying not to laugh, and I'm about to tell it, and I'm laughing. It was this one guy that's telling the case of, I forgot what state he was in. But he's seen this ship, and he's seen the Greys open up from out the ship, coming out the ship. And he said his head felt a weird way. Not like he's going to pass out, no headache, but it just felt weird. And then, as he's trying to run, it's telling him, while he's now running, don't run. And of course, the guy had certain proof. This is an old interview he's giving, but he was like, yo, I was out. And I've heard other cases where they said with so-called black, brown, or Hispanic, however you want to say it, African American, West Indians, whichever one, where they're like, yo, the few that I've heard with the stories where they encounter it, normally they like, yo, don't run. Like, yo, we ain't even on that time with you. Pretty much. We not messing with you. Just get back. Go about your business. This is what I heard. There's many interviews like that. Okay? So we know that the Greys violate because the Greys wasn't supposed to even kidnap, or it wasn't the government's place to even make that deal with them in the first place. Thus brings me to Project Looking Glass. So, with Project Looking Glass, where they tried to tell the future, okay? The real reason why they wanted the Project Looking Glass and they had to get the information from these extraterrestrial beings that they made a deal with is to try to figure out when the activation of the different human races will occur, and most importantly, when is the coming back of the Messiah. The black aliens, the chariots, swing low, no chariot coming forth to carry me home. Y'all never know why it was certain slaves that sung that song. A chariot, you want to swing low, come flying low to carry you home. Where is home? But that goes over your heads. Let me continue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get too deep with it. My bad. My bad. So, okay. So we know about this Greada Treaty. Greada Treaty, right? Eisenhower was wrong for doing this. There's no cap, no going around it. He was wrong. But now, I want y'all to see this video.
To this book.
Nope, not that one.
What would you do if you...
Not that one.
This is the trick.
Oh.
This is the...
Good. You know what?
The treaty stated.
Let's do it like this. Where is it? Where is it?
Tell me what you got.
This is going to be from the original.
Come on.
This is going to be from the original Aramaic.
Work with me here. Work with me here.
This is the...
These the ills of going live, people.
To this.
I guess I do gotta do it like this. YouTube is acting up when it's on this for sure.
Tell me what you guys think about this video, because
They strap. The sheer size. The sheer size.
Here
of
we
this
go. Let me just silence that. Look what happened when he put this in the water. So I'm showing you to show you I'm showing you this to make the point. There's certain artifacts that exist. See, when he holds up to the mirror, it doesn't show and it makes his hand look X-ray. All right? Okay. Okay. Now, in Russia in 2024, no, you know what? Let's go back to the landmass. There's different landmass that's going to be shown. This is why they don't want you to get into the prayer and the meditation, and especially that breath, the breathing exercise. Okay? Look at this.
In Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This book is... I recently came across this book. I was out in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This book is from 1777. America was 1 year old at the time. The name of this book is right here. It's the Universal Geographical Grammar from 1777. I'll be going through this book, making a lot of videos. just gonna give a quick preview of this because there's things in here like, so here's the opening map. Here's the opening map of the world, and let's see, hold on, right here, Eastern Tartary, and right here is Western Tartary, and there's China, and what we'll get into farther back is going to be Chinese Tartary also, and then over here, the lower half of America is Florida, the left side, you can see California, and the whole top is empty, and there is no Canada. So then, we'll go to the next one. This is the doctrine of the sphere. Here is the artificial sphere. Because the world was coming from being flat and going into being a globe. And right here you've got the doctrine of the globe. And let's see, hold on. Let's see. Oh, alright. Okay. So here we got of the terrestrial globe and maps. So now we got geographical problems performed by the globe. Alright, so we got problem 1. The diameter of an artificial globe being given to find its surface in square and its hold on a second. This is the 1700s, so the F's, the lowercase f's, or the cursive F's, are actually lowercase s's, so I've got to convert everything. It's solidity, okay. Recently,
That's the real old English. That's old English right there. So there's these different landmass, right? That brings me to this. When you start getting into the meditation, you might notice that you might seem like you're in a different land or certain place, or you might just drift off and start seeing the area around you. Now, anybody who have noticed this and happened to it, please comment. But you'll notice things look slightly different or extremely different, but you know you're in the same spot. And that's when you start getting visions of what they call Tartaria. Okay? And what I find interesting, every time they talk about Tartaria, or give depictions, they make it seem like they were all Caucasians, and that was not the case. See, now I'm going deep, but you can too, especially when you get deeper into meditation and prayer.
Recently came across this book.
Let me see. Come on. Where we at?
Strapped a comrade or a shark. And
come on.
look what.
There's a video that I want to show you. I was just there. I passed it. My mistake. It's dealing with the prayers that's within you, right? Anybody ever heard of the Gospel of Thomas? Do you know when you pray and meditate, they look to change that out the book of the Gospel of Thomas, so you don't know that the answer or your prayers being answered or already within you. Did y'all know that? No? This is what leads up to the activation of these superpowers. Listen, I sat back for at least 2 years and watching. I listened to people talking. Oh, you will get your superpowers and Nibiru is coming around and this and that. And I'm like, they're not giving this information. Some of these people are agents. You see how a lot of them are starting to bug out now because the energy that's forming, they have to conform to that energy and they're not fully able to, so that pushed them out of whack. So anybody that's not in tune, the energy alone is going to take them up out of here. I think I said too much on that. Yeah, I said too much. There we go again.
To this book called.
Sorry about that, people. The ills of going live.
Recently came up.
This is going to be from the original Aramaic. In the Gospel of Thomas, you see Greek and Aramaic, is why I'm clarifying this. And I want to read you, and it's very close, but there's a powerful and subtle difference that was left out in the translation, and it may very well be because the translators did not understand what you and I are exploring right now. Because they didn't understand it, they simply streamlined the languaging. So, in the translated version, and if you'd like to see this for yourself, it comes from Neil Douglas Close. Is the name of the translator. It's a little book called Prayers in the Cosmos. It is a beautiful, beautiful book where he retranslates so many of the very powerful prayers, and this is one of them. Now listen to the difference. In the original text, it begins a very similar way. Quote, all things that you ask straightly, directly, for inside my name, you'll be given. Okay, now here comes the translation that was in error. This is the original. Ask without hidden motive, and be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire that your gladness be full. That is a single, very powerful statement. I'm going to break this down. Ask without hidden motive. That is inviting you to ask without attachment to the outcome. It's actually a very Buddhist concept. Ask without attachment to the rightness, the wrongness, the goodness, the badness, or the joy or the disappointment as to whether or not your prayer is answered, without attachment to the outcome. Okay? Be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire. The only way to be is if those things are already present. Your prayer is already answered. You're coming from the place that the prayer has already been answered. So the key to what we're saying here, feel the feeling. Feel as if the prayer is already answered. With as many senses as you can, smell, touch, taste, hearing. Feel as if your body is already healed. Feel as if your perfect relationship is already present. Feel as if your abundance is already present. Invoke all of those senses. But this is going to be from...
You heard that? That's... That's amazing, first of all. Now, let's go a little bit off the beaten path. Hold on, let me find this for y'all. So, there's certain artifacts that they put up around the planet. That's to keep you down, to keep you docile. If you know what you're doing, you could take advantage and use these artifacts, these devices, to your will. Remember,
The most relaxed.
oh come on, remember, me and Brother Divine did a live stream where we spoke about this before. There we go. I'm going to show you what it's called. And the playlist is there for you. The Order of Saturn. Black Aliens. See when this came out? 8 years ago. Part 2. 8 years ago. Indigo Children and the Black Cube Project. Inside the Strange World of Indigo Children. Now this with having powers, this is not new. A lot of y'all are indigos. So you have the indigo children, you got the starseed children, you got the rainbow children, and you got the shadow children. There's 4 categories. Oh, and let's not forget. See, that's to show you the noggin is good. 5. Because now you have the crystal. The crystal children. Right? The crystals, you know, they communicate very good with crystals. Indigos are the warriors. You have attributes pretty much of all of them combined. They said those are the ones that's more from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, I believe. That's considered the indigo. So we've been doing powerful stuff. This is not new to us, right? But that's neither here nor there. What I'm going to play for you is a part of the Order of the Black Cube. Because now, hopefully it plays. Oh, is my stuff stopped? Can y'all hear me? Okay, yes. We're going to get into a certain part in the Order of the Black Cube. Bear with me, folks. I think I'm just going to show you this part right here. And then I'm going to show you the other part. Okay. It's taking long to load up.
How are you finding the time to send over all these meeting notes?
I got a secret.
Hold on.
Granola.
What is granola?
So today I know
every time you start dropping this information, Joel Benjamin
throughout the whole world, we have all unknowingly participated in esoteric Saturn worship for thousands of years. Now, I'm going to ask the question, and I want to see answers. Me and Brother Divine want to see them answers. How many of y'all knew that? They always chose December 25th. How many of y'all knew that it was the worship of Saturn? See, like I said, y'all gonna get this work tonight. Me and Brother Divine, we was going through too much to bring this information to you. They gonna say, how is it the worship of Saturn? We gonna show you. Oh, I see gangs. We doing a good job so far? If we're doing a good job so far, type in gang. Some of y'all might not feel comfortable typing that because y'all so conservative. Then type in people. If we're doing a good job so far and you want us to continue, type that in. Because this is just not even, what, a little snowflake off the iceberg? A snowflake, right? Mm-hmm. We ain't even get to the tip yet. We ain't even get to the tip yet of the iceberg.
Now watch this.
And you know how an iceberg goes. On the whole top, it looks like a mountain. Black cube of Saturn. Now, isn't it funny? In Australia, they got one. Denmark, they have one. In Manhattan, yes, in New York, they have one. And they make it their business to make it black. Santa Ana, where the museum is, they have one. Come on now. Y'all really think this is by coincidence? And there's more. We remember, we're just touching the tip of the iceberg. There is more we got to show you on this. This is global occult worship right before your eyes. But because you don't know, you're always seeing these same damn people reading books or being on what is it? YouTube, Google, them Google scholarshipers, as my man.
All right. So now we know they use esoteric knowledge to try to keep you down from what you have to do. So remember when I told you they're trying to study the people, they're trying to study aliens, the aliens are trying to study you. Remember of the ring makers of Saturn? I got into it in that video where they show how big the ships are, and not just that, how Saturn rings are shrinking, and it's for a reason, and how some of these Anunnaki beings are from Saturn. I know I'm going too deep again, right? I mean, it's late. Y'all probably want me to wrap it up. It's okay. It's fine. I'll wrap it up if need be. I really would. But y'all need to know this information. Because I didn't even get into the graphene, graphite. I didn't even get into that yet. I think I'm going to save that for a part 2. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into that right now. I mean, if the people really want it and y'all up and y'all could deal with it, then sure, maybe. Why not? So in this esoteric worship, remember the Mayans, yeah, and then before that was what, the Aztecs? But before that was the Olmecs. The Olmecs had set the structure down for these people, these beings. And they violate that, the Mayans, with what? The blood sacrifice, blood worshiping, where they were sacrificing people on an altar to the serpent deity. Reptilians. Just call it what it is. The goal for the longest been to control and corrupt you. That's why you have the mark that's coming around. Let me see. Do y'all want me to keep going? If y'all want me to keep going, let me know. Because I could wrap this up. Because there's so much information. I could bring you a part 2. It's alright. But it seems like people are out there tired. Because there ain't much people typing it in anyway. But yeah, as I was saying. So, when this occurs, your level of your DNA is going to be up so far through the stratosphere that it is a threat to them. That's why they don't want you to have the certain devices like the terahertz one. They don't want you to know about that. That's not on the agenda for you to know about. You were never supposed to know about that. You get where I'm coming from, people? It was not something that was supposed to be common knowledge. Let me see if there's any questions before I continue on. The Red Podcast. What's that? Did I say that right? Nope. Ooh. The Red Road East. Sorry for jacking up your name. Salute to you. Let me see if there's any question. What's going on with this Superpowers remind me of the TV shows Heroes. Facts. Back in the days. And that's why in Heroes, they had something called, well, they have something actually called the Human Genome Project. In the Human Genome Project, they know all who is who. And they know when your blood is going to be activated and awakened. They put that in the show Heroes because remember, the life is in the blood. Keep in mind, the life, I'm going to repeat it because y'all need to hear it. The life is in the blood. So if you don't take heed and realize that life is within the blood, and what the mission and the goal is try to corrupt your energy. That's why they have the smart dust. Let me get that for you. Let me help you out with that. Smart dust. I did the live stream on it. And all of us have it in us. Because the goal was for them to terraform the planet, but they're not able to terraform the planet fast enough. And they're not able to fly in here like how they, both sides, like how they really want to, and violate and take control. It is not of the time. So they don't have the dominion yet to do so. Y'all follow me? Please tell me y'all follow me. I hope y'all get it. Let me see if I could get this video for you. It should be in the Terahertz Wand playlist. Nope, but it's not. Okay. I'm gonna have to go to drastic measures. I'm waiting to see also, is there any comments? Leave your comments so I can give you more of an accurate breakdown of what you need to know. Okay, we're gonna search through the lives and filter. Anybody seen where I spoke about the smart dust? And do anybody knows about the smart dust? You should be able to find that by typing in Joel Benjamin, or one word, Joel Benjamin 528 smart dust. And they admit to this. This is not a secret, which is why I don't understand how could we have sat back for so long and allow this to happen. There's no reason why this should happen, especially if you're of a higher spiritual level than these beings. Okay? I'ma be nice. I'ma leave it as that. Hold on, people. Gosh damn, here we go. You see any new comments before I go on? Yes, the smart dust is controlling factor with our devices. Yes, that too. So you see this video here is smart dust making you a NPC, the transhumanism takeover. The way they're going to stop your evolution, your superpowers, your true energy activating, is of course they're spraying the chemtrails. See, it's all in the video. I break down the chemtrails. Let's see how old this video is. 3 years ago. I break down the chemtrails. I show the government documents where they're speaking of smart dust and everything. But there's one in particular, one thing I want to show you. See, I spoke about the terahertz wand, how it could help nullify and deactivate it. Yeah, so y'all can't say I ain't show you, because I'm not just bringing doom and gloom. I'm showing you the solutions. So, how to protect yourself against the smart dust, so your energy, your DNA don't be nullified. It's that simple. I don't think it's difficult to understand. Okay. I think I have one more video. Let me show you this. I should save this for another time. Okay. This is because I always jack the name up. Kazakhstan. Forgive me. This is, if anybody's seen the movie Borat, this is where he claimed he's from. This is an opera house. On this opera house, they have this lady here with 4 horses. The 4 horses actually symbolize the 4 horses of the apocalypse. Okay? I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Tamiris. Hopefully I got that right. So let's talk about death of Cyrus. It shows how she is a warrior, and basically she brings that death, destruction, cut off his head, put it in a bag because he thought he was going to take over and get her. This is a pretty interesting story because this is in connection with one of the 4 horsemen, right? The information. Now, let's see. Hold on. Bear with me. They showing all the damn places except the ones that I actually want. There's one in particular place. It's called let me go here. All in real time. This is where the council is gathering to speak about your DNA activation at this time. I'm going to show you the headquarters. Palace of Peace and Reconciliation. Yes. Freaking Google Earth sucks, man. There we go. We go to the other side. This is the palace. Oh, no. Run that back. This is the Palace of Peace and... Really, Google? Really got one job. Peace and Reconciliation. This is a pyramid. All right. This is in Astana, Kazakhstan. It also goes by the name the Pyramid of Peace and Accord. See that? Now what I want to speak about is this room right here. So stay with me now. Oh, I'm cooking. We gonna cook. Let's do images. Now this is the building. And one of the highest part in the building, it seats 200. Let me just click that and make it bigger for you to see. See, this is where they all will gather at, and this right here is a hole in this in the spot. This is where they gather, the auditorium or whatever. This is the next place, you see, where they gather. I want to focus on the top though. Where are we? Gosh, damn it. Come on, I want to get this picture zoomed in for you. See? They're letting you know. And they have the capstone, the top part. Ugh, I'm sorry, people. The top part where you can get the light comes in, it goes through the holes and shines down to the bottom of the building, and in the other area, the opera house, it lets rays of light shine in. The interesting and the most important part of this building is the chamber. All right, for the world religion meetings. 200 seating. I showed you the room, right? Now, why do they have that 200? Stay with me. On Earth, they speak about 200 craters on Earth. Damn,
Earth has about 200 confirmed impact craters. Geological processes, such as erosion and plate tectonics, erase older craters, making them much rarer here than on the moon.
Y'all heard that? Okay. Let me just open up a different one. The Book of Enoch, 200 fallen angels.
In the Book of Enoch, 200 angels, known as Watchers, rebelled and descended to Mount Hermon. Led by figures like Shemyaza and Azazel, they took human wives, teaching forbidden arts and creating Nephilim, hybrid giants. These actions led to divine punishment, including binding the leaders and the Great Flood.
So now, you think that's a coincidence that we have 200 confirmed craters? No drag marks, nothing. A bit similar to what's on the moon, ain't it? Earth impact craters. These are some of them. You think that's a coincidence? Why are world leaders going to this place and they make sure they have 200 seating? That 200. You always pay attention to that 200. You think it's just coincidental that it lines up with the 200 fallen angels? Think that's a coincidence, right? Okay. Okay. Mount Hermon. Mind you, this place right here, they said they fashioned it after what? After what? The UN. See, this real picture now. Take a good look. I'm doing this for you all in real time. So y'all can't say I'm gatekeeping. What's this? Hold on, let me see this article right here. No, I don't want to agree. I'll find it somewhere else. They killing me. These the ills of going live. Oh, this picture is better. This is on Mount Hermes. Oh, Hermon. Excuse me. Part of Greater Israel. See this? UN. You keep thinking these people are playing with you. They're setting up their bases all over. So now, when you're under attack, when certain things are going on, and they're cozy in their base, in their headquarters, while you're full of graphite, and they flip that 6G with all that smart dust in you, you're going to know what time it really is. All this is made to nullify your true abilities. Any information, the inflow of information, it's made to block you. It's made to keep you down. The goal is not to make you aware of what's going on. A matter of fact, come on. Let's see. Attack. On our melanin. Let's see what comes up. My video don't even come up. Wow. Do I have it unlisted? Hold on, people. Let me find it here for you. I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention to the comments. Are those... What's that? Are those impressions from spacecraft crashes? Well, they said they send them down. Those quote-unquote fallen angels. Listen, I'm just the messenger, as they say. I'm just bringing you the information. People want to get mad at me for just showing the facts, showing the truth. I don't understand it. But that's all right. That's all right. They'll get over it. All right. I noticed my computer all of a sudden is freezing up. Anybody remember this video? Attack on our melanin, part 2. Make a new link for it. definitely don't want to show that video. Let me see. Watch this video right here. This is why they've been trying to interfere with us and with the kidnapping, because when it's time for you to get that mark, they're going to deal with that graphene or graphite chip. Do I play the sound on this one? Let's see.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share this really cool liquid that I have in the lab. It's called ferrofluid. And this ferrofluid is something that becomes very strongly magnetized in the presence of a magnetic field. Ferrofluid is simply these suspended nanoscale particles in a carrier fluid, such as an organic solvent or water. These nanoscale particles are usually iron compounds, such as magnetite or hematite. Is actually the same iron that you can find in beach sand. We also coat those nanoscale particles with a surfactant that will help prevent clumping in that carrier fluid.
Surfactant. So you can find any hematite and magnetite, whatever. How do you turn it like that, and why is 9 times out of 10 it's spiky? Not only that, our body is also highly magnetic.
Now what's really cool are those spikes.
4 years
that
ago,
you're
this
seeing
video.
forming, or spikes and valleys that you see forming on that ferrofluid. That occurs because of that strong magnetic field. And this is actually known as normal field instability. And that instability occurs by the fluid creating a shape that minimizes the total energy of the system.
That minimizes the total energy of the system. Gosh damn. Any questions before I get up out of here? Shit, I was even trying to give y'all an hour, but I did.
So that's what's in the body. They've been pushing this, and then with the 6G, which y'all know Trump done spoke about. Remember when I was telling y'all to get the Nokia stock when it was super cheap because they had the contracts to make the 6G in space? I want y'all to check out something. Look, all in real time. No gatekeeping. Let's clear some of these. I just tried to show you that I've been spoke about this type of stuff. Here's part 1. Okay? Attack on our melanin. Watch this. Brain-computer interface. Now, I know I said brain, but they want to put brain. Brain-computer interface technology. This is your Neuralink and all these different chips where they want to put into the brain, right? Or put into your hand. This is where they start taking the mark. I am telling you now. I don't care how much powers you say you want to have, how much superpowers you do have, how much psychic powers, how much intuition and abilities. You take that mark, you're doomed for. There's no coming back. I'm going to say it again. I'm making it simple. I'm not going into the whole rundown. I don't got time for it. Because with the graphene-based implantable microchip, here we go. Graphene-based implantable microchip. See that? They also have it now where they could tattoo the microchip on you. This is a microchip. See how small and how tiny that is? But y'all don't want to hear that. Because you're dealing now, watch this. See, the goal is not to keep you in the right state of mind. We're going to deal with Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17. Should I actually
Revelation
did
chapter
14
13,
first.
verses 16 and 17 says the second beast makes everyone, regardless of their status, receive a mark. This mark, on their hand or forehead, is required for buying or selling, and it represents either the beast's name or its number.
That's a chip. If y'all don't know this by now, I don't know what to tell you. That is a chip. And you got some people out here preaching, oh no, God don't care about if you gonna be chipped or not, which is blasphemy. Nasty work they out here talking. Okay? What the hell are you talking about? That's the main crux, the final stage, down the pipeline. You're about to reach the finish line and you want to pass out? Don't make sense. Revelation 14, verse 9 is the Bible verse where a third angel warns in a loud voice that anyone who worships the beast and its image or take its mark on the forehead or hand will face serious anger and punishment of God. You know what, brother? You're taking that out of context. What the next verse say? Verse 10. The ultimate judgment of those who worship the beast and receive its mark. It warns they will drink the undiluted wine of God's wrath and face torment by fire and sulfur before the holy angels and the Lamb. They're going to nuke you out of existence. Their goal is to corrupt you. And once you do that, there ain't no turning back. Like my homeboy Ralph was talking with me and he told me, and I'm like, yo, that's facts. There ain't no turning back from that. Because remember the Greek word graphos. Look. Right? Because made sure he told me about the blue letter. So we know about the blue letter Bible. But watch this. Graphos. Gonna keep it simple. The word root grapho comes from the ancient Greek and means to write, to draw, or to scratch. So they're going to look to rewrite your DNA, terraforming your body. They're going to rewrite the code. Do y'all get it? Do y'all get it now? They're going to program you. There it is again. Historical shift. It originally meant to scratch or mark or draw a figure in dirt or stone, which later evolved into writing on parchment paper on parchment or paper. Modern Greek, the verb meaning to write. Come on, people. What we talking about here? And then if that ain't good enough for you, okay. Leviticus 19, verse 28.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28 prohibits cutting your body or getting tattoos, part of laws meant to distinguish Israelites from pagan cultures. This was because ancient nations used self-harm and body markings in mourning and idolatry. Modern interpretations vary, with some seeing it as a timeless rule, while others view it as culturally specific.
Now I show you this to let you know, even though you have that, this is one that you can't come back from. The repentance, as they say, right? But if you take that mark, there's no coming back from that at all. They will be in full control of your DNA. It's a wrap for you. Let me see. No, this is the horses that was on top of that building. See? The 4 horses. Symbolic of the 4 horsemen. Alright? Let me see. Let's go to a little of part 1. Because I believe in this one I spoke about the black goo. Right? So we know we also have the dealings with the ocean. Like when you hear them talk about Leviathan, you know Leviathan dealing in the ocean. You know about, is it the Dead Sea? Yeah, with all the salt and there's certain, I'll get into that. Just listen to this for a second. Check this out.
Maybe it's just me. Let's see what
4 years ago I did this now.
Let's continue. Experts baffled by unidentified black goo floating in Arctic Ocean, July 16th, 2009.
I'm not going to go that far into it. They're also with the black goo in the Gulf of Mexico. And they've been looking to merge this black goo and have been spraying people. They claim they don't know what it is. All this time they still don't know. But that black goo is very much alive. This is the different stuff they're trying to use to keep you from enhancing in your spiritual powers. These are the type of stuff. See, I've been here too long. I see some of y'all are tired. Don't worry, I will be doing a part 2 on this. Because I gotta go deeper. Way deeper in this. This is just scratch of the surface. People. Joel Benjamin 528. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Hit the like button. Please leave a comment. Any questions you have, make sure you leave your comments. As a matter of fact, before I come off of here, is there any questions that need to be answered. Smart dust is a cloud of nanoparticles. Correct. Now you might say, well, dang, can they give us the mark like that? No. They could make you docile and stupid enough to want to take the mark, but you have to agree. You have to agree. Notice they're not just able to take you and just against your will. They have to trick you. You have to agree. Would you say the black aliens are the good aliens and the non-black aliens the fallen angels? Not necessarily. Not all of them, because there are cases of what I've heard on numerous occasions, especially in Mexico, of the insectoids. Now, I'm glad you asked that. Let me show you this. After all this extraterrestrial stuff we got to deal with, we still got to deal with these multi-dimensional beings, entities, right? Stay with me. I'm about to bring it all home for y'all. Let me share my screen so you see what I see. We're going to go to the shorts. Listen to this. This is from David Wilcock, right? Then I'm going to show you the other stuff. Matter of fact, on why you're so hated. I'm going to show that last. Let me show this first. So you ever heard of Wendigo or the Skinwalkers, right? Check this out. Y'all don't know, around this time you have to be so prayed up and blessed. You have so much stuff that is against you from reaching the higher ascension. You got to deal with stuff like this.
So this is one of the universe.
Oh boy.
To this book called The Treaty State.
What would you do if you got home and saw this across the street? The TikTok user named Tammy, Little Miss Bella 3, captured a strange figure across the street on her home security camera, which seemingly shows a stranger with what appears to be a light on their head. At first, they seem to crawl on all fours. Then they begin walking bipedally before they say hello to Tammy, which caught her off guard. Tammy is frozen as she watches this strange figure across the street, who suddenly reverts to crawling on all fours and once again stands upright, flashing their light towards Tammy, who finally decides to go inside the house. Here is another camera angle showing the same strange person. Some commentators believe that this could be a Wendigo. Some believe that it could just be a person with a weird hobby. Whatever the hell it is, I wouldn't stick around outside long enough to find out.
You could see that
Tammy
his
posted
figure
this video
changes.
to tell more details on what she experienced that night.
I get out of my car, I pull in my driveway, I get out of the car, and that's when I heard the creepy, hello. And right away, just hearing it, I was like, what the fuck? So that's when I turned around and looked, and I see this person standing straight, walking, and then all of a sudden go down on all fours and start walking like that. And that's why I stood there, like going, am I actually seeing what I'm seeing? And I think why I was so calm is because I did have two glasses of wine. Because I was like going, what the fuck am I just seeing right now? You guys are cracking me up. Girl, you're staying out there too long. Run in the house and take us with you. Oh my God, that was so funny. And just that I would never make it in a horror movie. because I stayed too long. Instead of saying this is AI, and it is not. Like I said, I don't know how to do AI, and this is Oliver, and these are the ones that I usually post. Yeah.
What do you think Tammy saw that night?
How to do AI.
And look when he run, you could see a tail form up. Look.
It is not. Like I said, I don't know how to do AI.
See how it trails behind?
And these are the ones.
So when you're going up against that, you have all these beings, all these entities mad, jealous of you.
So this is one of the inner Earth groups, which actually look like people from Africa. So that was one of the things I had real trouble with other insiders. Remember, I told you this, Corey, that nobody wanted to say that there were black-looking people anywhere but on Earth. And it was like there's this racism inside the cabal. They don't want black people to know that they have extraterrestrial ancestry. Right, and you were being told that black people would be served.
You heard that? He said they don't want black people to be told that they have extraterrestrial ancestry.
Who don't see this yet, and the reason typically they don't see it is political ideology and fear. They don't want black people to know that they have.
You know what? I think I gotta redo this video and put it back up because I don't know why. Find some way to take out that sound so y'all can hear it better. So I'll do that for you. But yeah, black aliens, they know your connection, they know what you are, and they don't like it. Simple as that. What's that? Empress Soya, they said I was a narcissist. What do you mean? What are you talking about now? So I could better understand. Tayman Gaming said exactly. Finally decided insane. Peace divine being. I'm late. Yes, Ashley Hawkins, you're late, but still on time because you're here. Mr. D says keep going. A great lecture, BMB. Dub. I'm not going to jack up your name. Thanks. I really appreciate all you do. You're welcome, Jarvis. Agent Tron, you are welcome. Yes, salute, Stoner Feud. Okay. I think no more questions. Just about her just standing there instead of running in the house. Yeah, she should have got in there way sooner. Any other questions? People, now it's time to ask it. Ask now or forever hold your peace. Yes, I'm going to speak about the 7 seals on the other one. Now, I spoke about the 7 seals already, especially when I talk about the book of Joel. The book of Joel is explaining how what will happen when y'all get y'all powers fully activated, just fully activated. People aren't ready for that. Again, I already did the live stream. It's there. Funny, those are called harp and speaking on angels. Yeah, there's a documentary called Harp Holes in Heaven. If you could go check out some of my old live streams, you'll see where I spoke about that as well. All right, people. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Joel Benjamin 528. Remember, you are able to unlock the true powers and potential of your DNA, your superpower. You have to understand what's going on, the simple ways that they're using to keep you docile, and the true activation of your melanin, the pineal gland, your powers. Prayers is important. Your meditation is important. Your peace of mind is important. Salute to you all. Peace.